Hey guys, I just wanted to jump on here really quick, and it has been quite a day, to say the least. And I just wanted to personally just again say thank you to anyone and everyone who has taken a bit of your time to listen and to just hear what I had to share. And I'm going to be honest, I have just kind of stayed away from social media for a while. I kind of decided to do that before I uploaded, just because I know how really cruel people can get, especially in conversations that have to do with racism, with equality, and just people who are sharing their truth about stuff that's not easy to talk about. And I just wanted to say that I know that there are people who are probably there are probably people wondering why I decided to talk about this publicly, and I do want to first let you guys know that I'm not the type of person who just makes rash decisions. I have a tendency to just analyze and overanalyze stuff to the point where it just eats away at me. And I sat with this for a while and asked myself, what is the right thing to do? But I know that because I have been a fairly vocal advocate for things like equality and talking about things like microaggressions and involved in the movement, that I came to this place where I felt like, well, how can I rightfully be an advocate and continue to speak up for our communities if I'm not also willing to speak up for myself? And the reality is, I think if this were a brand, no one would question why I spoke publicly about it. And we need to remember that influencers are brands. They treat themselves and they operate as brands, and so they need to be held accountable as well. And I do want to say, for anyone who has experienced anything similar, that just understand that gaslighting is a bitch. You don't know that it's happening while you're in the middle of it. That's part of the terrible manipulation of it. And I just want you to know that if you are in a place where you are getting outside of that, you're getting away from that, do not feel guilty for having been trapped in it. Do not feel guilty for taking your time to process it. I am still processing on a daily basis. I have doubted myself 1,000 times over all of this, and that's part of what happens with gaslighting. And I just want you to know that your timing is your timing. If you feel like you want to speak out for something, do it on your time, and just know that there are people who are here for you to listen. I do want to say, just to make sure it's clear, I did try to talk to her about this several times, and I even put some screenshots, I think, towards the end of the video about the response. And it was just so often that flipping it on me and the gaslighting thing, and it just told me that she didn't want to listen. And I just want to stress the importance, if you are going through anything difficult, to just find people who are willing to be there and listen. Even if it's a difficult conversation, it's so important. Okay, thanks guys.